So I just filmed a 20-minute video, and it was supposed to be longer because I was going to do the compass assessment and I was going to do the intentions page from Moxie. Okay? And I just had to start out this way and say that video filmed, and it will not let me watch it. And I don't know what's wrong with it, so I just deleted it, and I just think it's funny. And so, welcome. I guess I'll take you on a tour of what I did, and then I guess I'm supposed to combine the compass stuff with the previous stuff, but this is it. This is what I'm doing this year, and I set it up for January, and I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm ready to go. So, I'm doing like this mini series, so if you've watched any of my videos before, thanks for coming back. Thanks for subscribing. I'm so excited. I just have slowly been like wanting to put out more videos, and I've changed my energy away from like promoting them to just creating them. And yeah, this is just super exciting. I'm pumped. I feel so different about what I'm doing on here, and it's just great to have you here. So thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna do a like 6-ish part series, although I may be combining some. But 1, 2, I'm gonna do like pre-setting my goals, and I have a rough draft of my goals, so they're pretty sketched out, and then actually just like finalizing, getting a little bit more specific. I'm going to go into setting up my stuff for my like year pages and quarterly. That's going to be a series, and like doing some future plan and like visual year planner and some cool inserts that I got for this one. And then I'm also going to go into actually setting up January. So I have like focus boards, I have a bunch of stuff for that, and then, yeah, start really getting to predating everything for January because this is undated, and then get started with this week's stuff. So lots is happening. I want you to be able to take the videos as you need them, so I'm going to just like create a couple mini videos, and that's the plan. So this is the stuff that I did, that I filmed, and so this is pretty quick, I guess. But a couple things that I noticed when I was going through this, and hopefully this video works, but is that I really want to focus on bringing a sense of like ceremony and honor into and like presence into what I do. And I don't know, I just have this like calling to create ceremony and like these special places in my life, and cultivate that space. So I have this idea for writing ceremonies, to get me into writing more, and I might not have this all fleshed out for quarter 1, but I want to finish the novel I've been working on, songwriting and spoken word and poetry. I want to do more of my contemporary novel and short stories. I think if I have a couple of projects, I'll go back and forth, versus when I just have like one thing and then it kind of gets shifted. So I think having more will create writing as a bigger priority. And one thing that I realized is that the reason I haven't been writing the past like 2 years is because I have a major block, mindset-wise, on allowing myself to do things I enjoy. I don't want to allow myself to do things I enjoy. It's a sabotage thing. So that's the underlying belief we're going to work on as we do the school. So reading, similar with reading ceremonies, and I think this also falls into here, like not allowing myself to do things I enjoy, and also just reading has felt like work because of teaching high school English, and so I'm reading aloud, I'm reading silently with the kids, reading, at my workplace, and there's like anxiety and pressure that's come with my workplace, and so I'm trying to flip that. But yeah, so creating some ceremony at home. Another thing I'm going to do, so I'm going to have like tea, some comfy clothes, do it right after work as like this transition and wind down. I'm going to only let myself read. And this, you're like, you don't want to limit it, and like I get flow and I get flow state, but for me this isn't about creating, this is about a just transition. And I think for me, I'm going to limit it to 30 minutes and let myself finish a chapter. And then that be it. Because then I'll look forward to it the next day. And it'll give me something to look forward to during my work day, coming home. And so I'm really excited about this. It's like if you have a dog, and like you can only spend, I mean, you can spend all the time with your animals, but it gives you something to look forward to when you get home. And then the other thing is I'm going to spend, track, and save. So this is going to be kind of like a major goal here. And one that's not on here, but I'll get to kind of in other reflections that I went into, is unplugging. So want to do a lot more unplugging, and I think replacing some of my scrolling addictions and like calling like my mom a lot. I think just to chit chat or talk about, you know, what's going on in life. I think I'm just ready to disconnect, and I think break has really helped that. So anyways, writing is my big stretch goal, reading some progress goals here. Words I'm looking at so far are ignite, spark, and then this concept of like enjoy. So like enjoy, like ENGOY, but being in it. So versus a verb, being in joy. I really like this. They go through things on here, and for power sheets, and the one I really like is you don't have to do it all now. Like you can refresh things over the quarter. So I'm going to lean into that, hold myself accountable, but not have the pressure of goals. So welcome if you're new to goal planning. If you have not been here before, which is a lot, typically most people who end up on my videos somehow, I don't know, Google, like searching on YouTube, welcome, first of all. It's great to connect, it's great to have you here, and definitely comment down below, and then also feel free to subscribe. So yeah, there's just going to be more. I think I feel excited about what's going on here. Otherwise, my IG is in the thing, but IG I'm kind of pulling from there, planner-wise, maybe a little bit, but a lot more just like, I don't know, life, creativity, curiosity, stuff going on here. Yeah, so let's dig in. So I have, here it is, and it's all its wonder. So I got these like Notique covers, which I've talked about in my kind of other videos. I did a trial with this in December because I got the inserts early and I loved it. So made some changes, got rid of some stuff that was just like too much, and aligned it for what I need. So yeah, I'm really excited. I absolutely am loving how this is looking and the kind of feeling that it has. So this I filmed and went through, and we'll see if this film works, and if it doesn't, well, you won't know that I'm talking about it right now. But so my wins this month, I color-coded this with the Moxie colors. Let me actually, we don't need the compass ring for now, but let me just like bring this down. So I did write my wins here and then color-coded it, so like security in relationships, set boundaries more, continuing to allow like the sticky, gooey parts of life. And just like letting them come up because it's painful and it's gross, and I did a pretty good job, I think, this year, way better than 2020. Gratitude also was something that I felt very good about in December, and this is monthly reflections, but kind of a year. I did it ongoing, but December is when I found my groove, and really what I want to do this year. So things that are currently working, new habits and intentions health-wise have been okay. I'm integrating them. They're not enough. But thoughtful and scheduled fun has been working really well. So, like, I really like watching YouTube videos, but, like, YouTube, as we know, can be kind of a tunnel. So that's one thing that's worked pretty well, is I started just, like, noticing when people schedule out videos and then, like, scheduling out time. And putting limits. Limits has really helped me. So maintaining my space enough, like, when I get breaks or whatever, like, I can figure it out, but like I can have a pile of clothes and they don't bug me, but also like I'm not just never doing my dishes or my trash. Like we're finding a balance. And then planner set. So like I feel so good about this year. Yeah, in December, like October, November started like really crashing and burning for me, and so I was able to pull that up, and I feel awesome. I feel a lot better. So things currently not working in my life is consistency health-wise. Yeah, so that's kind of what I said here. Like pretty good, but I need more consistency, and I don't know if it's accountability. I think it's just like habits over time and priorities and like allowing myself to feel good. And then other things that we have is unplugging, prioritizing, and limits. So that's one that's going to be a big focus. And then, stay. Finances, addictive spending, and saving is something else. And I feel like there's one more. I mean, like my personal stuff, like writing. I feel like I just purged that belief that was like not allowing myself to enjoy things or feeling like I have to be perfect to do something. That was something my boyfriend the other day brought up, and I just feel so much better about it, that like I can enjoy things, I can play, I can have fun, I don't have to be perfect. And that's taken me 6 months. Like, this summer I tried to do some stuff with MakseLife, with Club Moxie, and I could not figure it out. And I just feel a lot better about it. So I'm excited. That was like a big, I guess like a big, I don't know, personal growth. But so I learned I am secure. I learned that I am, like, saying I am and just coming to presence and coming to that sense of like, wow, I'm alive. I am here. I am, like, that's powerful. Kind of esoteric. Sorry if I'm not explaining that well, but like, I don't have to be good at what I do. So I just talked about that one too. With just like anything in life. Okay, so what improvements or adjustments do I need to make going into next month? So I need to value and save. So I'm going to start tracking weekly is my goal. Reading, and then allow myself to do things I enjoy and unplug. So this writing will fall under this, but I need to do this first before I start writing. I mean, I want to do them simultaneously because I think that will help, and I don't want to just like use this as a way to procrastinate writing either, but I also need to integrate this a little bit more, just a little bit. And then what am I most grateful for right now? Definitely my boyfriend. He's a great partner and supportive, and kind of comes back to my security in relationships. It's like, I've been willing to be open and trust someone and build something with someone over this past year. And I'm really, really thankful for that, because it's not just like enriching, but I had all these limitations and like reasons why it would never work, and like how difficult I was as a person, and like why my past experiences like affected a relationship. And I found someone that like it fits, like the things that I have pain and experience with from my life. Like he doesn't need things from me that I can't provide. And so I think that's really powerful. And it just like reminds me that like you deserve that. Like we all deserve that. Okay, so personal growth in 2021. I'm really grateful for that, because 2020 was rough. And so to come back, this pen really matches this color. But I'm really happy about that. Overall health, I mean, I can't complain. I have people like losing people to COVID, young, and so I'm thankful for my experience, and I'm thankful for, although my health is not perfect, and my energy comes in waves based on how I'm feeling at work and the energy I'm pulling in from there and taking home and releases and weather and all those things. Overall, I'm still thankful. So living space and independence, this kind of ties to financial, but like, so financially, if you kind of missed it, things in Q4, like November, really rocky for me. And it was a lot of overspending. It was a lot of addiction-based stuff. And it's also a trial of my independence, because I've been toxically supported by someone in my life that should have healthily taken care of me, but didn't have the skills, had reasons why they did the stuff, still wasn't okay. And so breaking away from that I'm really grateful that I'm where I'm at, and that I also got through some of my security stuff, because it made me realize, like, even when you're in a financial place that seems limiting, like, there's a lesson that can be learned there, and it's that I was bigger than the money story. So, yeah. So habits I want to nurture. So reading, writing, I talked about, unplugging, sleep, water, packing lunch and clothes, like, at night. I said that. And then weekly spend tracking, and then like a daily fun thing. So most of these things I've been doing, but like reading and writing, these are new. Unplugging, like a bigger focus, and actually like more somehow like carrying that out. I wonder what the belief is under that. Maybe that's tied to the allowing myself to do fun. I don't know. We'll play around with that. And then really what I want to focus on is reading ceremonies. So like daily. And then for January, I think then the writing will build in with that too. But this is a habit that I really miss, and I think I can find a lot of value and enjoyment, and then that will help support my writing. So December, I did kind of a 6.5, because November is really rocky, and so like coming out of that, I had a lot of stuff that was still like fear-based, but it ended up pretty good. And then kind of for the year, 7.5 and an 8. And that seems low because we're used to this being like a D or a C, but I just think of it as a 1 out of 10. And so for me, like a D or a C in here would be like a 3. So my scale's a little bit different. So I'd give myself like a B plus for the year. But getting out of like traditional grading scale that we're also like accustomed to and used to. So that's kind of where I'm at. Okay, so now for the compass stuff, which we've all seen this. Couple things, I guess maybe we haven't all seen it, but the Moxie like categories here, scale of 1 to 10, and there's like category scoring here, and so I'm gonna do that. I should have grabbed a calculator because math. I think I'll just round down, and then I'm gonna be brutal. So don't be like, oh man, she's like in a rut. Like I'm gonna be brutal because then my growth feels more authentic and natural throughout the year than if I start high and try to be like, oh, I haven't grown. Like I'm going to be rough. I'm going to be brutal. So on a 1 to 10, my basic needs are taken care of. I'm going to give that like a 3. I genuinely feel happy and fulfilled. Oh gosh, these are sincerely. I'm going to give that a 5. Positive attitude and outlook on life. I'm going to give that an 8. Give myself grace for my limits and imperfections. I'm going to give that a... I'm going to give that a 7. I think I want to tell myself that it's higher, but I think in reality it's lower. I really take time for life planning, reflection, and self-care. I'm going to give that a 6. Because I think I do it, but I think I do a lot of other stuff more. I'm comfortable spending time alone. I'm going to give that like a 7. Hobbies and interests I engage in regularly. 6. Personal goals or projects that I want to achieve and complete. I mean, I want to, but like the belief's been limited there. I'm going to give myself a 5. Because that has not been super good. I forget, how do we score? Do we average these? Oh, yeah. Okay, so can I, like, just ballpark this? Because there's, like, things in personal that I bring into personal, but aren't on here. So I'm going to say, for this one, I'm going to give my personal's pretty bad. I'm going to give it a 5. Okay, so fun and rec. I take regularly planned vacations and or time off. 4. I can't. I mean, my job doesn't really allow it. I get 2 personal days, like, during my paid time. Like, I'm not paid during the summer, so that does not count. So no, I mean, I take, I guess, the summer off, but it's not paid, so it's financially horrible. I create moments for rest and rejuvenation. Rest, yes. Rejuvenation, no. Permission to have fun without feeling guilty. Well, we know about that one. Probably lower. I find ways that serve my highest and best interest. So, like, not getting hammered every weekend. I don't know, like, a 7. Yeah, I don't really drink hardly ever. Or, like, yeah, that's pretty high when I do, but I don't do it often. Reward myself when I accomplish a goal. Not in a healthy way. This one's going to be pretty low. I do things on a regular basis that bring me joy. Yeah, authentic joy. Spend enough time with people I enjoy. I do okay on that, I guess. Social interactions. Yes, mostly. I don't know. I think I'm going to give myself like a 4 on this one because it's lower than personal, but it's still... I'm enthusiastic about engaging in what I'm doing for life's work. Oh, man, my work is going to be low, too. I'm going to give myself a 5. I'm fulfilled by the work I do and believe it adds value. That's a 7. My work is a true fit for my purpose, strength, and personal gifts. Really? Like, no, it's not. I'm contributing to the work the way I desire. As much as I can in the system. Positive interactions at work. I'll give that a 7. Expand my skills through continued growth and development. No, because I'm too exhausted by dealing with crisis management and, like, gun violence threat national days at work. Like, Sorry, December was a little rough for teachers. I mean, really, compared to my previous job, like, or district, not at all. I have an actionable plan to support the growth and success I desire. Somewhat. I mean, like, we're on the right track there, but we're really kind of unsure. I am curious and eager to learn. I am. All the time. That's actually, we're going to give myself a 10. I love learning. But for this category, we're going to give myself, I mean, is it higher than personal? It's been rocky. I mean, I think we're being brutal. We're going to go to a 5. I have 2 4s, a 5, 5, 6, 7. I mean, the 10 kind of pulls it up, but I don't know. We'll go low. We'll round down. Family relationships. I'm present with my friends, family, and significant other. Yes, 8. Mutual love, respect, appreciation with my loved ones. Mostly. Healthy boundaries. 6. Too many phone calls with my mom to avoid doing things I like. I may like that, but it's addictive. Codependent. A little bit. Free from toxic relationships. I'm going to go 7. I have good boundaries now. Experience of vulnerability and intimacy in my personal relationships. I'm going to say 8. Pretty good. Could be better. Sense of community. And where I belong. I mean, I love where I belong. But I really want to, this is something I actually really want to work out. So, and a lot of this is just COVID. I moved and I thought COVID would be gone by 2021 because I thought we would make better decisions as humans. And, well, here we are. Clarity and peace in the areas I feel like I am lacking. Yeah, I mean, last year brought a lot of that. Actively designing what I want from my relationships. I mean, actively, yeah, I think there's growth there. 7, 8, we'll round down. We'll go with a 7. Health and wellness. I take care of my physical, mental, and emotional health. I'm working on it, but it's been tough. Eat well and drink plenty of water. That's like a 5. Sufficient amount of sleep. That's like a 6. Actually, no, that's like a 5. We're being too kind. I have regular exercise routine. Well, that's like a 3. Healthy self-image. 7. I've healed from stress or trauma. I mean, fully, no. I've been through a lot. I was in a school shooting. Like, it'll take a while. Like, I've been through some other stuff. Like, that'll take a while. You know, I think it got better, it got worse, it got better. We'll go with like a 7. I feel strong in body, heart, and mind. Go like an 8. Equipped to handle life's events with strength and vitality. I mean, I don't know. That's a weird question. I'm feeling like a 6. We'll round down. Spiritual and personal growth. I've identified what my own definition of spirituality is. 9. Regular spiritual practice. 8. This is like such a maintenance goal for me now. Like, I just like feel so comfortable in it. That's 8. Words and thoughts and actions are congruent with my beliefs and values. That's pretty high. I seek to learn new things about myself and others. 10. I feel clear and connected to what my guiding principles are. That's kind of low. I'll go with like a 5. Practice gratitude regularly. I'm getting there. I have found peace and forgiveness where there has been pain and suffering. Ooh. Ooh, Moxie. Okay. I'll go 7. I've got a lot to do there, so feeling like an 8. Financial. I have financial and economic security. 5. Healthy relationship with money is like a 2. I spend my money responsibly and live within my means. That's like a 3. Really based on like last half of the year. I have a financial plan for the future and contribute to it regularly. I mean, I do have invest or like retirement, but I do that, but I'm not really aware of like intentionally believe in my ability to acquire wealth. That I do. I mean, I have shifted a lot of the beliefs implementing the systems and skills needed to meet my financial goals. I'm on the right track. Streamlined and automated my financial dealings. I hate the idea of automating because I think it takes out mindfulness, so I don't like that. Streamlining, like having, I guess, like automations for like bills and those things. I am gonna go with a 6. Like, I've been working to put in my planner system. Whoa, there are like 4 silver cars in a row outside. Sorry. Okay, why am I apologizing? It's my brain. Okay, I have a favorable credit rating. This I'm working on. I've done good work here. I'm gonna go with an 8. Like, the things I've done have not affected my credit, but I have not ever chosen to take out a credit card. And as you may know, since the credit system was created, that was the main push. And so I have what I consider good credit without doing this. And I just got my first car loan because of what I said about that healthy, or not healthy, the toxic relationship financially that I had with them. So, we're getting there. Like, I'm doing the right things to do that, and it's not, like, it's fun. I got a decent rate for where I was at, and now I have the knowledge. One of my credit scores is very high. The problem is that is not what is used in my location, and I did not know that, and so learning experience. My parents didn't know that either, because they're very low in this. So this is something we're learning about. Let me see if I can adjust the light. It's just very gray here and cloudy. Okay, so this, what are we thinking? Like I'm going to go to a 3, because I really do need to work on it. Physical environment. This is like an 8. They're clean and safe mostly. I guess workspace kind of falls in here, and that's like not, because it's gun violence, but physical environment is free from clutter and excess. That's low. I enjoy spending time in my personal spaces. That's low. I feel organized. We're like 7. Up to date and necessary repairs and maintenance. That's got some lights I should change, and I should feel like I have this automated, and I don't, and so that's where I'm taking points off. Physical areas where I can go to recharge and experience comfort. I mean, I'm gonna hit low just because, like, typically for me that's coffee shops, and I don't feel comfortable just hanging out there hours at a time. Currently, I mean, I feel like I could go there and possibly get sick, but probably be okay. But I don't have time to take off work being sick and figuring out subplants, so I just miss not worrying about that. So I do think that's a consideration. My environment support having positive energy, could have some personal successes. This is something that I do feel like, okay, this is such a 7. I feel supported in the management of my home. Again, 7. This is why it falls into this, like, last priority thing for me, because like, it's pretty high overall compared. Yeah, and this is really how I felt. This makes sense to me. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so I think intentions I'll do with my goals. So we're not going to have this go too long, but man, it is so dark. Let's lighten up a little. Maybe I can change the... Is that helping? Maybe a little bit. Okay, so the first one, so personal is a 5. And I saw Llama Letters do this, and I think she got the idea from Tattooed Teacher Plans, is what she said. Where you, like, fill in, which hopefully that doesn't bleed through. Yeah. And then you put what you want to be. So that's at a 5. And personal, we are going to go up to an 8 by the end of the year. because then quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Let's see, fun and rec is a 4. Oh well, it's like a 4.2. And I want to go up. I mean, as an 8, that's super high. I want to focus on this. I need to focus on this. Okay, so my work was a 5. Did that one under 5, so that one it rounds. Look. And then, I mean, this doesn't mean doing more work, it just means feeling better about work, but I kind of want to put it in maintenance. So I almost wouldn't be okay with like a 6, otherwise I think I'm gonna do too much, but maybe I'll do like a 6.5. Because I don't feel better about it and I want some growth, and like, I mean, if I have to do another year at my job, I'll do another year, like, to figure it out, but, okay, this one's pretty high. This was a 7. And, I mean, go to like an 8, I'll feel pretty good. This one is a 6. Health is something that I do think I've been sacrificing because of my job, and something I want to focus on automating a little bit more, but I'm okay if it's not perfect. I'm seeing a lot of 8s, like, but I think this one I'm going to be okay with a 7. I should have went 7.5, but that's okay. This one is an 8, and personally, stays at 8. I'm okay. Okay, so for my little financial, I can basically fill in with the fine point. So this one, my goal is to get up to a 6. And then it'd be interesting doing this year after year after year and seeing if they swing. Like when you focus on ones, do the other ones get weaker? Like, if I focus on these, will my family, or is this like in such maintenance? I guess that's the point of maintenance goals too. And then this was the 7. And this is a 7. I'm fine with it, 7. is what we look like. So my main focus goal-wise would be fun and rec, personal, and financial, which is what I want. And I guess health then, because this is my lowest, like, maintaining progress, is this one. And then we're putting this into maintenance. It was survival last year, so it was a priority. But hey, we're doing other things beside work. That's our goal kind of this year. And making sure that financial. What's fascinating is I put a lot of energy into surviving work and putting survival, because that's how I felt. And my finances went down. So that story that a lot of people have about putting it all into your this doesn't mean it'll help that. And I know I have other things. That's not financial advice. But I do think that's an interesting observation, is like that belief of just not having the balance. Like my fun, my personal took a hit. But anyways, we'll be back for part 2, which I'm going to do intentions and goal setting.